Welcome to Season 4 of Casual Camping Podcast, your home for the best camping discussion both in and out of the field. Here are your hosts, Tim and Aid.
Hello, welcome once again, you beautiful people, to the gloriousness that is Casual Camping Podcast. I'm Tim.
And I'm Aid. Welcome back. Thank you for lending us your ears. I hope you enjoy it. Where have you been, Tim? What have you done?
Oh, gosh. It seems ages since I've actually seen you, because I've been to Cornwall and you've been to Norfolk.
Yes. Oh, my God. Anybody that hasn't been to Norfolk, get your arse into gear and go to Norfolk, because it is lovely.
I have to say, your pictures were crack-a-lacking. I have never been to Norfolk. The only thing I know about Norfolk is it's got Broads and Bernard Matthews.
Broads like Birmingham slag heaps.
Piles of Broads everywhere.
Oh dear. Yes, we're referring back to a previous episode that did get us a few comments, so please don't get offended. We are only joking. Yeah, absolutely. Similar, Tim. I've just never been there. I've been to Scotland, I've been to Wales, I've been to Devon. You love no, not Devon. Cornwall is what I was meaning. You love Cornwall. I'm less of a fan of Cornwall. It's beautiful, but it's a little bit full of people, and it's an absolute problem to get to in the summer.
Yeah, so. I don't go in the summer for that reason. So I go out of school holidays. Tends to be about October or spring or something like that.
Oh, well, there you go. You've got a fix.
There. Yeah. And I love it because actually the weather's a bit miserable, and there's nothing better than a stormy day on the coast for me. I love a storm at the coast.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you there, really. Norfolk is beautiful, tiny little roads. There's a lot of people with very big vehicles trying to sort of zoom around tiny little roads.
Gosh.
But once you get off the kind of main thoroughfare and the beautiful, beautiful little villages that there are, so we went to Holt and Clay and went to Holcombe, so Holcombe Hall. Also, I like when I'm away somewhere and I know that there's been a bit of filming done around there. So I found the beach where Donald Sutherland was on The Eagle Has Landed 50 years ago this year. They filmed it there. So, and I find little bits like that because then I kind of, whenever I see a film, go, I was on that beach. Did the same in New York. New York's a good place to do film locations.
Yeah, it is. I did a lot of Game of Thrones in northern Spain. There's a lot of Game of Thrones around there, which I wasn't expecting it. I went to a gift shop and they had like Game of Thrones stuff, and I was like, "What? Oh, yeah!" It's, which was cool. I did quite like that. You know, it's quite cool being in film locations.
Yeah, I think you probably inspired me because you're a big filmy and I love films. So yeah. Just Lily's one for organising us, and we go around, and we were there specifically to do a bit of bird watching. Mrs. Sweet likes the old birds,
or as you like to call it, broad watching.
I walked right into that one, and she don't mind. She does.
Slap.
But yeah, so really, really liked it. And yeah, like I said, just that reference that you're then watching a film sometime, go, oh, I was there.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you use the binoculars that you traded that very expensive fire for at the Barter Barn?
Kevin, if you're listening, they were excellent. And I felt that I could take part without having to borrow Mrs. Sweet's binoculars that I bought her for last birthday. So yeah, they were absolutely cracking. And I'm more of a spotter rather than I'm not, I get joy out watching swallows go dive bomb everybody and think that they're going, meow, meow.
There's a joke in there about broads.
There is. Make up your own jokes, people.
Make up your own
You've been
jokes.
listening long enough.
Two broads swallow.
Oh my God, he said it.
Insert own joke and my joke. Sorry.
Yeah. Have you bought any new kit recently?
I haven't brought any new kit recently. I have been playing with kit I got for my birthday. So you got me some very nice North Face tableware. So a plate, a bowl, and a cup. And
imported from Japan, them, Tim. Imported from Japan.
I could tell I couldn't read the labels. It was Japanese. It's but no, they're very, very nice. So they came away on my emergency adventure, which is what we're talking about today.
Emergency.
That's like a seamless link.
Oh, it is. It really is a seamless link. Yes. So you had an emergency evac that you had to do.
I did. This is not camping in, there's a wildfire come in or something like that. This was like there was an emergency. I had to go. I had very little notice, and it had to involve camping. So it was like, oh my God, I just got to go.
What? Nobody else is stepping forward for this. I'll take one for the team. I mean, that is your typical camper, isn't it? So, Tim, you martyred yourself.
I did. There was an element of that because the other half was like, we'll both go. And I was like, if we do that, it'll be a hotel. No, I'll go on my own. I'll do it.
I see what you did. Well, before we say any more, then, shall we go into some audio that you did of what you did?
I think that's a perfect idea. Let's jump into some audio. Right then. This is emergency camping. I am on a goodwill mission to collect distressed stepdaughter who is in the north of England volunteering for a charity that I won't mention and raising money, and has done it for 2 weeks, meant to be doing it for the summer, and has been treated like dog shit. And I'm going to say dog shit, and I should name the charity, but I'm not going to because I know they do a lot of good. But some people in that charity clearly aren't very nice. She worked for them the whole of last summer in a different part of the country and had a great time and raised loads of money and had a really good time. So she thought she'd do it again this summer while she's still at uni, and it's just all gone a bit tits up this year. So she's really struggling. She's given it a bloody good go. She's been there for 2 full weeks, and the managers and things are a little bit bully by the sound of things, and so needs rescuing, and it's just too bloody far to go up and back down safely in a car in the same day, and so I have taken one for the team, and I've got some emergency camping stuff thrown very quickly in the back of the car, and I'm heading north. I can get pretty close to where she is this afternoon. I've left work a bit early just so I can get up there in a reasonable time before it gets dark. I can pitch a tent. I am going to camp because I can't come back the same day. It's just too much. I'd fall asleep at the wheel. So I'm going to camp, and then I will go and collect her first thing in the morning, early doors, and we'll drive home together. Literally got decided about an hour before I had to get stuff in the car. So I've thrown in a few choice bits. I've got. I'm borrowing again. We haven't given back the Vango Force 10 Nexus 2 because it's an awesome tent. We are seeing the guys from Vango in a couple of weeks' time, so I'll be taking it back to them then. But I thought, well, I've got the opportunity to still play with it, and it was so great on the top of Snowdon. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this tent. I've got my mountain equipment sim. I've got my North Face Cat's Meow sleeping bag, although it's been such a hot time here in the UK. It was actually quite cool last night and cool this morning. So I am going to take that. And I've got my Jetball Mighty Mo, a little pan. I've got my Jetball skillet. I've thrown a bit of food together. I've got a little... I'm actually just taking my Works sandwich. I think I take my lunch too because it's like a micro day cooler. It's just enough for sort of sandwiches and things like that. So I've got some stuff for food in there and a couple of beers, of course. A little bag of a quick change of clothes, and that's it. And a raincoat. I mean, I'm in the car. I have put a chair in and a little table because I'm going to get camping and I want to kind of sit and be comfortable. But I probably could have put more in, probably could have brought some different stuff, but I had very little time. I've literally thrown this stuff in the back of the car. And I'm heading north to go and rescue. So let's get some miles under the belt.
Geez, Tim, not all heroes wear capes.
No. Not all those that wander are lost. Oh, unless they're Colton. Yeah.
Did you imagine a lineup of people stepping back and you stepping forward? I will do this.
Sometimes, at some point in everyone's life, there's a call, and it's just up to each of you whether or not you answer. And this was my call. This was mine. I mean, I might have, built it up a bit, but I got to go camping.
Are you gonna give any hints as to which charity it was, or can we all just insert our own hated charity?
Does everyone have a personal hated charity?
Let's hope not.
Please do not name any charities, Ed. I am not naming any charity, even for comedy. There's some comedy gold there. I'm not naming anyone.
Like we go like fake Yetis and stuff. I was like trying to come up with some kind of fake charity name that sounded like somebody else, and I just can't do it. I can't do it on the fly.
Don't. We literally will get shut down.
But they sound terrible. Why are the good people being chased out of a bad situation?
It was really crap.
Let's listen to the next little bit, shall we?
Okay, cool. So I'm further down the road. I'm well on my way. I've still got an hour and a half to go. I've made a stop to a bit of a coffee break. The sun is shining. It's actually quite a beautiful day. Don't mind having to do a rescue trip when the weather's like this. I'm looking forward to hopefully having enough day left when I get to camp to actually enjoy it before I go and rescue the damsel in distress, so to speak. I mean, she's not in that much distress. I don't need to rescue her from the claws of some evil manager, although, well, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I've had a rethink of the old food, so for cooking tea tonight, I'd very quickly thrown in an emergency can of curry, which I've always got in the camping supplies, and I brought that with me. But they're all right, but they're not brilliant. They're not like real cooking. I mean, not that I'm swapping it out for real cooking, because I'm not. What I've done is I've bought a Burger King. Now, I bought a Burger King that I'm not going to eat for another 2-3 hours, something like that. but I've got my stove and I've got my little jet boil skillet. So that what I could do is I could deconstruct the Burger King and the fries, and I could fry them off again. So I can make that burger really nice and tasty and hot, and crisp off the bread again, and then get the fries in there, soaking up the burger juices, crisping them off, and I'll have a lovely hot fresh Burger King in the field. And I'm quite proud of myself really for thinking of something quite so genius, if I'm totally honest, for something that I'm literally going, oh God, I didn't know what I was going to throw in, so just threw anything in. And now I'm actually quite looking forward to my tea later on. I did throw in a couple of San Miguel's, but they're already reasonably warm. But you guys know me. I like a warm beer. Let's get some more miles done.
So well, that's a smart idea. Burger King, refrying it. You filthy animal.
I know.
this just gets worse, to be honest, Tim. Wait on, I'll dash out the house and I'll get a Burger King on the way. And I'll use the tent that we've borrowed. Does it now stink of Burger King?
No, I ate outside. It is, one of my little treats to myself is I only ever have a Burger King when I'm on like services. So I only pull into motorway services that have got Burger Kings because I love a Burger King. I love a Whopper. And I was in the services getting a drink and I just kind of saw it and thought, you could just buy a Burger King and you have brought a skillet with you. You could just fry it off. And and it was like light bulb moment. Why don't I just deconstruct it, fry it all off, warm it all through, make it all again, and I'll have a fresh Burger King in the field. I mean, we haven't got as far in the story as did it actually work, but at this point in the journey, that was my idea. So you're quite right. I've taken one for the team. I'm going camping and I'm now going to have a Burger King. I'm living my best life.
I know. I mean, you must have passed about 5 supermarkets on the way. but I just love the way there. It's like, I've fended for myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really bushcraft, is it?
I mean, it's sort of. Do you remember as kids the kind of famous 5 sort of dramatizations that? Oh look, and Tim was starving, so he got himself a Burger King, but it was cold after 2 minutes. So.
Oh God. Yeah,
but I love it. I love it. I just think, yeah, actually, because they do go super cold super quickly.
Well, I didn't want to. The first time I'd stopped to record the first bit of audio, and I don't know why that bit of audio was really rubbish, so I apologise to people for that. But the first time I stopped, I actually ate my lunch that I'd made, which was a tuna salad, and so by the time I'd stopped the second time, I was like feeling a bit hard done by, really, because all I've eaten all day was tuna salad. I wanted a treat
that you didn't have for lunch.
I know, and so I wasn't like hungry enough for the Burger King at the point of buying it, but I thought, I could buy this and I could take it to the camp, and it could be my first, it's a great idea for if you're traveling far to camp, buy the Burger King and take it with you, and then prepare it in camp as your first meal.
Well, I think that is brilliant. Really is brilliant. I think it harks back to last week's episode about lists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you cannot prepare, how many times have I said this, that I was like, I just want to get there. So actually, I stopped at the services because I needed petrol because I wasn't going to get there off one thing. And then I bought my beer and snacks and whatever dodgy food that they had within the services. So yeah, we've all done it. And, this is the thing, that you can't be prepared. So it's like, oh shit, I'm out the door before I've even realised it. Right, what am I going to do? Because as I'm driving, I'm going, well, I'll need that now, won't I? I've forgotten things.
Yeah. It's and that was I had brought something I could have eaten, but actually I wanted a treat. I wanted something a bit nicer, and I thought,
Yeah.
I've never done that before. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go.
Wow. Brilliant. Great idea.
Should we carry on journey?
Aye.
I have arrived. I'm in the car because it's windy as chuff, as they would say up this part of the world. It is windy. It did say that on the site details. It's perched on top of a cliff, so they don't actually need to say it. Any sort of cliff top coastal campsite is gonna be prone to winds. So if you're not expecting that, expect it. So hence why I brought the Force 10 Nexus 2, because it stood up to the winds on the top of Mount Snowdon, so it's going to stand up to the winds here as well. It's a cracking view. I'm in Clayton Bay, and I'm looking right across the sea, and in the distance I can see Scarborough Castle, and the sea is rough, and there's a bit of headland in front of me, and the waves are crashing over it, and it's pretty awesome actually. I could sit and watch the sea forever. It's one of those things that I could always sit and watch the sea. I've got the tent up. It wasn't too difficult at all. Again, if you can put it up in the wind on the top of Snowdon, you can put it up in a little bit of wind on a cliff top campsite. So it's up. I've properly been able to peg it out, and it's firm as anything. There's nothing flapping, so it's great. I'm going to have a good night's sleep. I've got my mountain equipment sim already in there, and my cat's meow sleeping bag. I've remembered my camping pillow. Oh, there's a new camper turning up. Somebody just pulling up in a car, and or maybe they belong to these little tiny tents down here. I'm not sure. Yes, they do, because they're pulling into these teeny tiny tents. There's 3 little hiking tents. 2 of them are pop-up ones, and there's some people just turning up to them now. And but yeah, great. Yeah, big field, big row of portaloos. I went for a wee, and the portaloos are strapped down with big thick straps, because the wind is obviously going to blow them over. They're not moving at all, but there's a hell of a noise when you're in there, and I can't hear it at all over here, the other side of the field from them. But they are absolutely making a lot of noise when you're inside. It's quite a scary wee I had earlier. I won't want to be doing that in the middle of the night. I can tell you that for certain. Blue skies above, clouds out to sea, no chance of rain. Temperature-wise, it's dropped to a chilly 18, and with the wind chill, it's actually about probably 14, I'd say. It feels cold. I've had to put a fleece on for the first time in about 3 weeks in the UK. I have got a thermal layer with me, a down jacket, which I might need later on. But I'm going to go and cook some food, so I'm going to get my now very cold and slightly congealed Burger King, and I'm going to get it refried off and nice and hot and crispy and lovely. And I've brought a couple of beers with me. Managed to pick up a couple of nice ales from a petrol station round the corner, which are cold, which will surprise some listeners. So the sun's just come out on the sea, on the headland, and the white waves are just crashing on those rocks. It looks absolutely stunning with the castle in the background, proper castle, just absolutely beautiful. Scarborough is a northeastern. How can you best describe it? So it's in the northeast. It's on the northeast coast, facing out to the North Sea, which is a cold sea. It's a fun fair kind of town. You'd liken it to Blackpool, which is on the opposite coast, on the west coast. So it's lots of what here in the UK we'd call Kiss Me Quick. It's very much sticks of rock, amusement arcades, fun fair. It's all a bit cheap and a bit naff and a bit rubbish. But actually, as a kid, it was a great place to be, and kids still love it. There's lots of bright lights. There's lots of things going on. It's a bit of a dead town now, sadly. You know, it used to be in the Victorian times a very posh place. It was a place where people came to take the sea air, and there were some very posh hotels here. The Bronte sisters used to come here, and I believe one of the Bronte sisters actually died here in Scarborough. So it used to be a very posh Victorian town, and then became very much a working class holiday town, holiday destination, and now it's still very much a working class holiday destination for the hard-working people in the north of England. But it is quite run down. But it's a lovely place. There's a lot of surfers. It's quite a surfing destination. It's got two beaches to itself, and then the bays, sort of North Bay, South Bay, and then further south than that is Carbis Bay, where I am. And they're all quite famous for surfing here in the northeast. And it's part of my childhood. It's part of growing up. So it's lovely to be back. I wish it was, for a better reason, but I have come to rescue said stepdaughter. So we will. I've messaged her to say that I am in the area. She's all right. She doesn't need rescuing tonight. She's actually had a nice message from the management, so they're not being dickheads as she worried they might be. So I'm going to have a nice evening. I'm going to drink a couple of beers, maybe even 3. I'm going to have my Burger King. I'm going to eat some crisps, and at some point I'm going to climb into my tent and probably listen to an audiobook or 2. And have a good night's sleep. I thought I might get down onto the beach, but I don't think I've got any chance of getting down to the beach from this site. And I'm not that bothered, really. I've only just come back from Cornwall. I love the northeast, but Cornwall's Cornwall. You're never going to beat the Cornish beaches and the Cornish coastland. So I'm going to just chill out around the tent, I think, until morning when I'll make breakfast. I have also picked up, so speaking of breakfast, I've picked up some sausages from the same petrol station that I bought the cold beers. Picked up some sausages and some bread rolls. So I am going to fry up some sausages for breakfast and make some sausage sandwiches. And because I can't keep them chilled enough to take them home, I'm going to have to cook all of them. Oh no, I hear you say. Oh no, Tim, you've got to eat 4 sausage sandwiches. I won't eat 4 sausage sandwiches. I will make 4 sausage sandwiches, and I will probably eat 2 sausage sandwiches, and I will bring 2 to said stepdaughter, and who may well turn her nose up at it, because that's what stepdaughters do. We shall see. Right, signing off. It's time for a beer. It's time for some food, and I'll catch you in a moment with the next update.
Well, Tim, what a campsite that was.
God, I went on a bit there, didn't I?
Thank God we don't edit, because one of us will be getting some hate mail from the Scarbarians. If that's what they're called. But, this is the time where I distance myself from you. Any views held within this section of the podcast are Tim's, and Tim's alone.
Scarborough's a lovely place. It's a lovely place, but it is it's past its best, isn't it? At times,
like all seaside coastal towns. When you're a kid, you don't see the lack of sort of investment and stuff like that. You see different coloured buckets and spades, donkeys on the beach, golden sands, and amusement arcades. It's only as an adult that you see these things, and they are all past their best, but they are the places that we went as kids, and I love it. It's cracking sand in Scarborough.
It is. They're beautiful beaches, and there's loads of surfers and stuff. And it's beautiful scenery. I was actually, blown away by the scenery of where I was sitting in the car. I had to sit in the car because I couldn't record out sat in my chair. It was too windy on the cliff. But it was a nice enough site. It was super basic. It was a strip of land that had been mown, and there was a row of portaloos, And I tell you what, that is the scariest Portaloo I've ever used. I did take a video of me going and obviously not using it, but walking up to it. And there's no sound until you get in it. And then you close the door and it's just the scariest bloody Portaloo you've ever been in. It's like,
And was
oh
it
my
the
God.
wind on the straps?
Yeah. Just it was those big sort of heavy, thick straps you see on like wagons holding stuff
The
down.
nylon ones, yeah.
Yeah, and so it was strapped to the ground with those, so it didn't blow over because the wind was really strong. But it was just literally getting those and going and vibrating the whole thing. Scared the bloody bejesus out of me. But I survived. Obviously, survived.
Well, and this is the thing. I mean, you love the view from a cliff top, or looking over the sea. But for 99.99% of the time that you are there, or there's maybe one day a year where the wind drops.
Yeah.
And you've got sunshine and everything else. So, but that's the payoff with those beautiful things. There are where you went to Shell Island a while back.
Yeah.
There are ones that overlook the seashore right on the edge, but they're always windy AF.
Yeah. So... Totally. And they invariably get a bit of damage because people take like big, massive tents and sit them right on top in front of the wind, and it's like that's not going to be a good recipe, isn't that? That's you're setting yourself up to fail, and invariably they do, don't they? I mean the little Van Gogh Nexus 2 from Force 10 was just awesome, as it was on Snowdon, but it was just great for the wind. It was
being
really
able to peg it out properly and stuff. Yeah.
It was super solid and super tight. So I loved it, absolutely loved it.
You're going to miss giving that one back, aren't you?
I know. I spoke to Chris today from Van Gogh. I was kind of hoping he might have said, "Oh, just keep it," but no. I think there's one more section. Should we jump to the next bit of story?
Yes.
I've eaten tea. I've had a couple of beers, and I've sat outside the tent watching the sun slowly sink and the clouds move across the sky. It's quite a magical place, really. Always is staring at the sea, but it's just really quite lovely. It's got a bit cold. I mean, it's only 9 o'clock now in the evening. It has got chilly because of the wind more than anything else. So I brought myself inside the tent, and I'm going to watch a bit of Silo on Apple TV because I'm digging into series 3 of that. And I'm going to eat some crisps and just chill for a bit. Probably try and go to sleep after watching a couple of episodes. But it's all very nice. It's all very nice. Tent, I just can't get over how much room the Nexus 2 gives you inside this tent. You'd actually, at a push, at a squeeze, you'd get 3 people in here. There's so much room. It's absolutely incredible. I think it's a brilliant piece of kit. Absolutely great. I'm very comfortable. I'm warm. I'm toasty. I can hear the sea. I'm in my happy place.
Wowzers McTrousers. That has been a windy night. A windy, wild night on top of the cliffs up here in North Yorkshire. Wow. I have slept really well. I think I managed to get one episode of Silo watched before I was properly nodding off. I might have to go back and rewatch the last 10 minutes of it. I must have been about 10, I don't know, 9:30, 10 when I was really tired, and I slept through till about... I woke a few times in the night but got back to sleep, but I think I probably woke up about 3 o'clock, and it was starting to get a little bit light-ish, maybe. Probably a bit later then, maybe about 3:30, and it was starting to get light. And I kind of laid there for a bit, and I just thought, why am I laying here? Let's just break camp and make a coffee. So I got up, went to the loo, used the world's noisiest portaloo, which just made me laugh. did manage to sticker it with a Casual Camping Podcast sticker. So if you find that sticker and scan it, you'll get through to our socials and everything. If you have found that Portaloo sticker, then get in touch with us. And pulled the tent down. It drops and packs away so easy, just that tent. I blooming love it. I am going to be gutted when I have to give it back. And packed it all away. Then I've set the Jetboil Mighty Mo up and made myself I've made a mocha this morning, because I brought myself a coffee bag and a hot chocolate sachet, and I thought, you know what, let's just use both. So I had myself a mocha, and I've got myself a chocolate waffle. So I'm having, as Ed would put it, first breakfast, and then I'll drive into Scarborough the rest of the way to pick up said damsel in distress, and we might go for breakfast somewhere, but we'll probably get on the road and get breakfast in some services somewhere. But yeah, it's a beautiful morning. It's cloudy. There's bits of sky. Sun is not yet up. It is currently 4:49. The sea is rough. Sea is wild. I can see the headland again that I saw yesterday, and the waves are crashing over the headland. It looks really impressive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive down into Scarborough and have a bit of a walk around before the Mongol hordes all start to get up and wander around like funfair zombies, and have a bit of a walk around. But it's been a really successful night, considering it was like lastminute.com, proper lastminute.com. You're going to be camping. I think I threw exactly the right things that I needed. Tim has learnt to go faster and lighter than he ever knew he could. There's no kitchen station. I mean, what the hell? What's going on? I did bring my Stanley lunchbox coffee kit with to bring my stove and everything else in. So, you know, I'm not completely fast and light, but I really learnt that you could just throw some stuff in the car and just go somewhere and do it. You know, it's another micro adventure, you could argue, and it's a Monday night after work. So maybe these things will become a frequent occurrence. We'll just have to see. But I don't know. I've really enjoyed it, actually. Of just, you know, throwing some stuff in the car and driving for 4.5 hours, which is a hell of a long way to come, and just camping in a field. And it's a really basic field. It's literally got cold water taps and portaloos, but it's in a stunning location. See on the socials. You know, I've already posted, as I got here, some pictures of what the scenery looked like, but there'll be more stuff this week. And stunning part of the world. You know, it's not impossible for you to just think, bugger it, I'm just going to go and camp. There's a lot of people listening who drive for a living. You know, there's a real lovely enjoyment of sitting in the field. You know, I sat in the field last night and you know, warmed through my tea. I'm not going to say I cooked my tea, because, you know, I warmed through a Burger King I'd bought earlier in the day. But I tell you what, it was bloody lovely. It was really lovely. I burnt the chips a little bit, because the Mighty Mo, I had it turned up too high, and it should have turned it down a bit. It is massively adjustable, but the burger was great, and actually the chips tasted quite nice, because they were a little bit singed. They were flame grilled fries, you could say. But it was, you know, I sat in a field with my feet up on my little, I say fast and light. I did bring a little side table as well. Fast and light for car camping. But, you know, I put my feet up on my side table, and then I drank a couple of beers and ate burger and chips and just looked at the sea. And that's an incredible thing to do on a Monday night when you wouldn't normally do that. So do it, people. You know, I'm not saying you've got to have an emergency and you've got to race up to the other end of the country to try and sort something out. But, you know, you can just go and do this stuff. And it's been great. I'm going to get off this site now and off this windy hill and go down into the town. I'll throw this back to the studio.
Well, thanks for throwing it back to the studio, Tim. This sounds almost professional.
I know. Who? I don't even remember saying that.
I watch a guy called Tony on AB Camping, and he's in, and he always like, "I'll bring you back in a minute," and it just means he's like stopping recording, and then he'll get his dinner on, and then he'll go, "Yeah, no, I'm cooking now and stuff."
Oh, okay.
I just really like it. I'm like, "I'll bring you back." So yeah, you brought us back. The Burger King did sound nice. Did it taste as good as first time around? As they would.
I have to say, yes, it did. I was, there's a good side and a bad side to that. So the good side was it cooked it, it was piping hot, and it tasted like it was fresh. It was absolutely lovely. I did singe the fries a bit, but actually they tasted really nice. On the bad side, I don't know what the hell that thing's made of, but it's not meat. Because I was expecting to kind of fry off the meat a bit, some juices come out, and there'd be a bit of oil in the pan to kind of do my fries. That thing, I didn't take any oil or anything with me. I was literally, I threw stuff in the car and just went. I fried off the meat, and there was just nothing coming out of it. It was just a burger-shaped piece of something that did taste really, really nice, but no juices came out of it or anything. So that's why I really sort of singed the fries, because there was no oil or anything in the pan to really do anything with. So, it tasted great and I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I was also kind of thinking, yeah, probably shouldn't eat these ever again.
But they taste so lovely. Too.
Yeah.
They taste so lovely.
I'm not saying I'm not. I mean, I'm gonna.
No, I mean, I wouldn't have thought about doing that. I'd have probably eaten it cold rather than faffing about. But that'll be a little trick for the future.
Yeah.
And Corbis Bay sounded lovely. I know it's just a field. I know it's just on the top of it. Was it Corbis Bay? Did you say?
It was. It was Corbis Bay. I was staying in. So the name of the campsite was Scarborough Seaview Camping, and it's only available on Pitch Up. It was 20 quid for the night, which
decent.
Nowadays it's decent. A site like that, as basic as that, 10 years ago would have been 7 or 8 quid, but in today's prices it's 20 quid. And they got brilliant arrival instructions on the day. Sent me a great text message, gave me a WhatsApp number if I needed to speak to anyone. It's a site that you turn up to and you check yourself in. So there's a gate with a keypad, a lock with a code on it. They give you the code literally about an hour before you're meant to get there. And you open up the gates, you drive in, you close the gates, you lock it up after you. And you drive in and find somewhere. It's very clearly marked where you're supposed to be camping. And there were these two big, massive wooden cross sort of X's with like almost like telegraph poles that big that they'd put at either end of where you were meant to camp on this field, and it was massive, and everybody had a view of the sea. So it was great. Did struggle to find a campsite up there. To be honest, it's.
I have to say, a couple of years ago, my son, I think as we were coming out of lockdown, so 6 years ago, and I was like, "Do you and your friend just want to go camping for the week?" And we struggled to find somewhere for him, and. Yeah, had a great time. We did go to Corbis Bay when I picked him up, being down onto the beach, and loads of surfers and stuff. So, but I love the East Coast. As you say, we've grown up there, and I know it's not the most upkept, but it's that history of places. I was in Norfolk. We went to Cromer. Cromer had exactly the same feel as Scarborough and Filey and Bridlington and things. It just, you can even say Brighton, Eastbourne. They're all the same sort of things. It's where there was a lot of money. There's not, the tourist industry has not kept a pace. The investment in those places isn't there and stuff. But they are beautiful places.
They are. It was Caton Bay, Cobra Space
Caton.
down
I was thinking, I was like, isn't that near St Ives?
Yeah.
I was talking about, yay, people, you don't come here for the flipping facts, okay?
You don't come here for geography or maths.
Quieting down. You come to listen to the Chuckle Brothers.
With an F.
Yes.
It was a micro adventure, and I wrapped it up as an emergency. It was a bit of an emergency because literally she needed to get out of there.
You didn't know you were going, and then you went, yes, I'll go.
I'll go. Yeah, and it's a good test really for me to kind of go, all right, if I'm given an hour, what am I taking? And I find that really hard because I overpack for every camping trip. But it was literally like grab a tent, grab a sleeping mat, grab a sleeping bag. Thankfully, that pack had my pillow in it already. That's why I leave it in with my sleeping bag. And then it was like, well, I need to cook a coffee and I need to do this. So I threw some bits into my Stanley coffee kit. Because that could take some water and it could take my stove and stuff like that. And it was like, okay, I think I'm kind of there. I'm going to need to sit down and I am going to need a little table just to cook things on. And and that was it. I threw a bit of food in, but as we now know, I did the Burger King. I didn't cook the sausages in the morning. I did a quick Tinternet search and I found that there's a Wetherspoons that opened at 7 in Scarborough. So I went and had a Spoons breakfast.
Wow, you filthy monkey!
I know. My insides aged by about 4 years just on this one night.
Well, that's the kind of person you are, Tim. You took that life-shortening trip. You made those decisions. And so full circle then, because this is the thing. I've often said when I go away for like one night, I take loads of stuff, and I'm not talking like necessarily camping. If I like when I was at work and I'd had to go away and stay in a hotel, I'd take more for one night. And then when I was doing more nights, it's like really odd. I'd take less because I'd just be able to pare down. Oh, well, I'll wear that again because I'm not going to take the amount that I would take for one night 4 times over.
Yeah.
Whereas actually you seemed really good at paring it down, going, right, this is what I've got. And actually I'm not going to waste my time cooking things, doing stuff, raiding the cupboard. I've got 10 minutes to get out the door. Get this.
I really did think, okay, it's just emergency essentials. You know, you could argue or could have kept slept in the car, but you know, I always think that's a bit dodge, really, sleeping in the car places. And you know, I love camping. I did think about wild camping and really paring it down and taking my little one-man tent that I've got, but again, you're not really allowed to do that. And go into an area that, you know, I know as a kid, but I don't know now. I wouldn't have a clue. And I'm really glad I didn't do that because up there, every lay-by has got lorries and camper vans and motorhomes and things all parked up because it's quite a tourist area. So there wouldn't have been anywhere for me to kind of sneak off down somewhere, park up and then go and find somewhere to camp. It's the thing is that I found in doing that, so I've done that kind of stuff before where I was like, oh, you know what, I'll throw a sleeping bag in the car and, you know, and I've done it with, and I've done it with work, I've done it I'll just drive, I'm driving somewhere. When I stop, I'll just sort of pull over and have a coffee and then go to bed or whatever. And you're right, you know, there's truck drivers and stuff. You feel really visible within a car that you can't block something off. You also suffer, and I do, with not being able to decide, oh, is this okay? Oh, I'll just go a bit further on and just see there might be something better. And, you know, almost when you're walking somewhere point to point, that point that I've seen many adventurers that go, oh, you know, actually, I couldn't find a great place, so I kept on going longer than I should have done, and now it's dark and I can't find a great place. Yeah.
And so you know, you did the right thing. Book a site, get down there, and you know, you had something to watch. So you kept yourself entertained. Anything you do different?
I'm not sure there is, to be honest. I I yeah, I can't really think of anything that I would do any different. It might have been nice if there was a site that was near a pub. It might have been nice if I could have got onto the beach where I was, but it was literally on top of about 100-foot cliff. So and there were
Yeah,
lots of
I think
signs.
there's one way down. There's like one little ravine that you go in
Yeah.
to there. So,
So
um,
yeah, I don't think so. I think I took exactly the right stuff. Obviously, if I didn't have that Van Gogh Force 10 Nexus 2 tent from the guys at Van Gogh, I'd have taken my North Face Big Fat Frog, and that would have been great in the wind because it's semi-geodesic. So I'd have had that. So I still had a tent I could have taken. I don't think equipment wise I needed anything more. It has really taught me that actually for a super micro adventure, whether it be an emergency or just I fancy camping tonight after work, I can really quickly throw some stuff in the back of the car and have a really good night. It was
yeah.
it was great. It was great.
Well, I would say to our listeners, go and check out the Van Gogh's Force 10 Nexus 2, is it?
Nexus 2.
Go and have a look because it is a great bit of kit. We love it. We've used it a few times, and we're going to be sad to see it go back.
We are.
Yeah.
Very, very sad. Very sad. It's
Yeah, I don't have a fast and light one. I've got the Burke and Wills swag.
Yeah, you
That
you could have definitely swagged
yeah,
it. I
of
mean,
course.
the Birkin wheel
That's not
swag.
light.
It's not light, but I mean, I was still in a
It'd have
car.
done the same, yeah.
You could have literally thrown that in, rolled it out. Good time, Tom. He shared some pictures for us to stick on the group and on our socials the other day. He decided last minute he was just going to go off camping. He had a couple of days away. He took his swag, and it was like, yeah, just literally drive up, unroll it, put it up, and you're camped, aren't you? So your swag would be the perfect thing to do this with, really.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I think it is yeah, it's just those things. And, second guessing yourself at the end of the day, you made decisions for you, Tim. And I think this is a lesson for all of us. Do you agree with what Tim did? Would you do the same? It's debatable, but actually given 5 minutes to go and do stuff. And I think, what a little adventure you've had,
Yeah,
considering you were worried for somebody and you went out the door within 10 minutes of going, right, okay, let's do this.
yeah.
You know,
It was good. I think massive success. To finish the story with her, did pick her up in the morning after I've had my spoons. I did check that she was all right for me to go and eat somewhere.
Did you not invite her to spoons?
She's far too healthy having some kind of nuts and porridge stuff. She was happy eating that, and she was still getting her stuff together. And I picked her up. We got the case in the back of the car, and we had a 4.5 hour drive home. So she was absolutely fine. But
Yeah.
but yeah.
I've now sort of put her in the category, the voice in my head now. I do know the lady that you're talking about, so apologies, but it's like, oh, Tim, what's this? Is it spoons you talk about? I've heard some very various things. For our North American listeners, if you don't know what a Witherspoons is, basically it's somebody that has cut out all the costs from music licenses and TV licenses and all those things and just offers food and cheap beer. And it's kind of like one of the pub successes. They're a pub chain that are opening, whereas a lot of other pubs that are closing because
Yeah.
of not being able to generate the money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's affectionately known as Spooners because it's called Witherspoons, and they're a great place. And young and old enjoy them. There, you can get some great food, good beers, cheap shots. And you can, like you did for me and Glenn when we were out in Leamington, you knew what table we were at and you dialed us a drink. You can get on the app and send us a drink. I was like, this is a beautiful thing.
It's for our North American listeners, it's like Hooters without the Hooters.
Oh, you just downgraded it, Tim.
It's a great atmosphere, but it's an English version.
Ooh,
Should we?
Yeah.
Should we? Before I slag anything else off, should we go to a minute mindfulness?
I was like, ooh, yeah, no. I was trying to imagine stuff down. I was like, oh no, I wouldn't like to see them in a tiny.
No.
Don't go there. Anyway,
minute mindfulness.
Welcome to the Casual Camping Minute Mindfulness. Let the sounds of nature take you back to the camping field.
There we go. That's calmed everything down. It's that was recorded live in Scarborough. It does sound like a beautiful place.
I love the seagulls. Well, there's a lot of seagulls inland these days, but when you hear them at the coast, it just reminds you of being a kid and ice creams and donkey rides on the beach and all those things.
Yeah.
I
wonder if anywhere else in the world does donkey. I mean, you can't do donkey rides in this country anymore. They've banned it. But I wonder if anyone in the world actually knows what we're talking about when we said donkey rides. It's like a British thing, isn't it? There used to be donkeys on the beach, and you could ride a donkey and pay someone to go up and down the beach on a donkey. It's an odd thing, but it's a British tradition.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, well, when did this start? I've not seen donkeys on a beach for ages, but yes, I remember doing it with our sister, and she went on them. I don't think she wanted to, but it was like, get on there.
Go on, lass, go on.
Tradition. Your forefathers have done this from time immemorial. I asked you if you bought any new kit, and you forgot to mention that you have bought some new kit. You got a chair.
Oh, yeah, but I haven't actually got it yet.
Is that one of the things that has been sent to me, but you're getting it? Shh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, Ed.
Well, I forgot to tell you that I'm getting a Genesis sent to your address, so you can get. So we need to do a little bit of swapsies and go. Look what Tim and Ian have swapped.
You are not going to be disappointed with the Genesis, Ed. It's and I'm not going to be disappointed with my my Zempire chair.
I mean, I love it. It looks cracking, and it's just a good seating height, and it's a wooden chair. Who doesn't like a wooden chair? You know, it's like proper campaigning furniture. Have we had any messages from casual campaigning?
No, we've had nothing, and I really hoped that they might have reached out to us and gone, "What the hell?" But I hope some of our listeners at least went and listened to the first couple of minutes just to put their download numbers up.
They probably don't need us, Tim. They're probably far more successful than we are.
Their numbers down.
I just can't work it out. Something happened last week, and something in the ether went wrong.
Oh, funny. Oh man, no. So what have you got planned? Tilt your camera, mate. I've only got your forehead.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Um,
Tilt up, tilt up. Oh my god.
I've not got camping booked in generally, and the reason for it is, and I feel a little bit at sea because I've camped so much in the spring and early summer, and then I've had holidays, and now we're back for a little bit, and I've got a free weekend this weekend, and I should go camping, but I'm also at the point where I go, well, everything's bone dry, so I'm a little bit nervous about going. Like, if I go camping, I want to do the things that I want to do, which is I want to have a fire.
Yeah.
I want to, and so just as a note of caution, if I'm worried about it, then you need to be worried about it. So anybody that's going out there, please be careful about what you're burning, where you're burning.
Yeah.
Please follow general rules. We're going to get some rain this weekend, I believe. So the ground's hard and dry. So there's probably going to be some flooding. So be careful if you're near rivers.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? You look forward to the sun, but we've had sun for so long, and then that does impact whether you can have fires. There are some wildfires in different parts of the UK, never mind the rest of the world. Spain's had some horrendous ones. Sicily's got some
America, Canada, everybody's got them. So don't be that person.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy or gal.
I was going to go out I was thinking, I could do with a night in Fire and Stars. There's people I need to catch up with and stuff. But once again, it's congregating around a fire that is, and I just worry a little bit about that. So I just think, well, maybe not this. Let's get a downpour down and let's see if everything greens up a little bit more.
So we you've clearly forgotten, but we are camping actually next week.
I was like, there is something where this weekend, yes. So what are we doing next week, Tim? Remind me.
So not the weekend, because I'm quite busy with bits and bobs around the with family and stuff. It's but actually next week in the week we are going to Glasgow to Van Gogh's head office, and we're going to camp with the great people from Van Gogh.
How could I forget about that, Tim? I knew that there was something there. Yes, people, read 'em and weep. We are going to Van Gogh. We are going to see their whole range. We're going to play with stuff. We're going to take some drone footage.
If I remember the drone.
Who knows, Tim? Who knows? But and they are great people and a great company, to be honest. So they do some wonderful things. And you know what has really kind of made me think about things differently this year? That because I'm a bit of a brand whore.
Yes.
But actually, I also want to, not just spend money and put things on credit and do whatever, but they really challenge me with, some of their great stuff that is at a great price. And some of the things that they do about repairing tents and getting parts to people, and they've got some great designs. So, they're really challenging me to not be a brand whore, and they are a great brand.
Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to it. I spoke to Chris from Van Gogh today, friend of the show, and he said he said it is forecast to rain. He said you don't need to bring anything but bring waterproofs, because he said it is probably going to rain, and when it rains up there, it's Scotland. It's we're going to be staying about an hour outside of Scotland, but outside of Glasgow. Sorry. He said it does rain heavy when it does rain, so bring waterproofs. He said he's got a couple of challenges for us. So so that should be good fun, and he's lined up a load of people for us to talk to, and so we are getting camping. I ain't going to say any more about it because we're gonna I don't know what the term is.
content for
We are.
next week's episode. So, you got a little hook there, Tim. Well done. You've done this before, haven't you?
Trying. 4 years in now. 4 years in now.
Oh, we're almost getting there. Well, yeah, I think essentially, thank you once again for joining us. Remember that we are on socials, so Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Like and share, follow, please. Tell your friends about us. Interact with us, for goodness sake. We have had a couple of mediocre 5-star reviews, but I think we're running out of time. So you know what?
Yeah.
We'll have to catch them on the next one. But thanks for leaving them. We won't forget about you. But catch you next time.
Yeah.
I've been Aid.
I just want to say this show's going out to Charles of Chasington Towers. Shout out to you, buddy. We love you, and we love you, man. So I've been Tim. Get camping, everyone.
Yeah.
Casual Camping Podcast accepts no liability and does not officially recommend any products or endorse any techniques discussed in an individual podcast episode or shown on Casual Camping Podcast social media accounts. Individuals should make their own informed decision and risk assessment of any products or advice prior to any purchase or use.